Hey everyone! So I'm about to finish Sphere and I just wanted to do a little video on Sphere. It's fantastic. Right now I only have 60 pages to go. I should finish, so I will add my finishing thoughts to the end later today. But I just wanted to talk really quick about Sphere because it may be my favorite Michael Crichton, which is so weird because I'm such a huge fan of Jurassic Park. So full disclosure, this is my second time recording this video because the trash truck was just here banging away. So he's gone now, thank goodness, so there won't be random bangs in this video and beeps and stuff. So hopefully the sound quality is better for this video, but I just want to talk about Sphere. So let's start with the negatives. If you're not a fan of horror, this is sci-fi, but it does have some horror elements to it, and it is very suspenseful. So to be honest, if I had read this another year, I probably wouldn't have been able to get through it. So if you struggle with horror, this might not be your Michael Crichton. Michael Crichton does do other books that don't have as much horror, so you could probably get through those no problem. Like The Great Train Robbery is fine, that doesn't have horror. Trying to think of the other ones I've read. I think this is my fifth. I don't know why I can't think of it right now. But yeah, there are other Michael Crichtons that aren't quite so horrific. And you know, like if you watch Jurassic Park, the movie, you know, like Michael Crichton has some horror. And his books are more than that movie. So that's a negative. The other negative is the characters are scientists. However, Michael Crichton is amazing at making the science very digestible. Like, you don't have to be a scientist to like this book, but some people might not like that. Are there any other negatives? I don't think so. I adore this book. I'm trying to think of any other negatives that I should mention. I really like it a lot. All right, positives. This is amazing sci-fi. The suspense is amazing. The scientific elements are very believable, even stuff that doesn't actually exist. Very believable. The characters are so good. Michael Crichton sometimes has a problem with likable characters. This is not one of those books. Every single character in this book, to the worst to the best, they're all likable. They're all understandable. Like, you, even like the most villainous of them, you get where they're coming from. So this has a lot of really good likable characters, and that's kind of Michael Crichton's like biggest flaw, I would say, is like he's more story driven than character driven, but I think this is an exception. It has amazing characters. The horror elements, if you like horror, is a positive. The suspense is masterfully done. This is one of the most amazing suspense sci-fis I've ever read in my life. It just builds and builds and builds and builds and builds, and I still have 60 pages and I have no answers yet, which I love so much. That the answer could be in the next 60 pages is just so great. I love it so much. Let's see what else is amazing in this book. The main character is a psychologist, which I absolutely adore. Maybe that makes me crazy, I'm not sure. But I love being in the psychologist's head. I love how he psychoanalyzes, and he built this team, but now he's not sure if this team can make it, even though he's the one who built this team, based on this team working well together, but he like does not know if it'll work. It's so funny. I really love how he's making his anxiety worse because he's psychoanalyzing his anxiety. It's so great. If you have been in therapy, oh my gosh, I'm labeling myself so badly in this video. If you have been in therapy, you'll probably think some of his thoughts are absolutely hilarious. And even the ones that aren't supposed to be funny are funny to me. So I just really enjoyed this book so much. Highly recommend this book, and I'm not even done with it. See, almost done. So it's just been a great book. So I'm gonna add right after this my final thoughts, and that'll probably be inside because I don't know what time of day I'm going to be finishing this book. But thank you so much for listening, and here's my final thoughts after I'm finished. All right, well, I am done with Sphere. So final thoughts. Well, the last 60 pages, a lot of stuff happened. The ending to the book was crazy. I really liked it a ton. It has a lot of personal meaning to me because I have repressed trauma. And so I really liked the ending. I won't go into details to not spoil something. Um, it was fantastic. I cannot believe how much I loved this book. I could see a lot of people not liking it. If you're not into psychology, you might not like it. If you're not, I mean, I'm not into horror and I adored this book. So, yeah, I loved this book. It was great. I think you should try it. If you don't like the voice of the psychologist, then just give it up. It's fine. Before it gets too dark, it's pretty intense. But I loved it. I loved it. It's so good. Michael Crichton, man, he's such a good author. Like, even the one that I don't like of his is fantastic. The Viking ones. Oh gosh, what's it called? Eaters of the Dead. Eaters of the Dead. Even that one is fantastic. It's just not my book and I hate parts of it. But that's more of like a personal thing. Like, he is such a great author. Oh, I cannot wait to reread Jurassic Park. I cannot wait for all the other ones. Rising Sun has something to do with Japan. I'm excited about it. Timeline, I'm a little nervous still because I don't like time travel. But I'm going to space it out. Like, the next one I'm doing is Congo, but it's going to be a bit. So I'm going to do Harry Potter. I'm going to finish this Terry Pratchett, Reaper Man. So it's going to be a bit until I get back to, but not that far. Like, I'm going to do Congo hopefully this month. So we'll see. Anyway, thank you so much for watching my rambles about this book. It was fantastic. What an amazing mind, Michael Crichton. I'm so grateful for my dad who introduced me to this world, to this author, Michael Crichton. So yeah, I hope you have a great reading week and normal week. And I will talk to you next time.